Hi, welcome back. Did you know that our generation is expected to live well into their 90s? There was an article published in the Harvard Gazette. I can link it below if you wanted to look at it yourself. Now that is something to celebrate. That is also why it's important for us to know who we are authentically, to have self-awareness. That's why all these self-help gurus like Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, Brene Brown, all these people are talking about knowing yourself, knowing your authentic self. Even Maya Angelou talked about that. We are healthier, we are more fit, and we are more aware of our nutrition. All of these come into play. Again though, the important intrinsic work we have to do is knowing who we are, what lights us up, what it is that we need to change in our life today, small incremental steps that we can take to improve our happiness. I'll offer the download for that PDF on finding your purpose again. The reason that's important is that it's going to take you step by step. So you can have a look at the document here on the screen. I'm going to offer it to you. And you can perhaps skim it very quickly, but really it's worth the time to sit and do it yourself. In the PDF, you'll see that there are questions that you can ask yourself, prompts. Some of these are perhaps not relevant, but there will be a few that are relevant, or they might take you down a rabbit hole, and that's good. It's your rabbit hole. And sometimes, again, it'll give you some doubts, things that you perhaps don't like. And that's also good, because when you know what you don't like, you know what you do like, or at least you're getting closer to it. And that's an interesting process, because it can take 5 minutes or it can take an hour, and you can think about this during the course of the day, and it's worth it. It's worth putting this time. I know personally it was painful because of my past. Those of you who know me from before, I had a divorce at 60 after a 25-year marriage. And regardless of the circumstances, I had to answer that question when I walked into my lawyer's office. How do you want to live? That was very difficult because I'm on the clock, right? You're paying your lawyer his $500 an hour to talk about how you want to live. You can't sit there and hum and haw because that's expensive. So I'm going to put the document up here on the screen and you can have a look at it. If you don't want to download it, you can pause the video or rewind it so that you can write down the points that you find are important for you in case you wanted more details. In the meantime, though, let's have a look at it together, because one of the most important points is it's very commonly known. If you're doing something you love, it's not work. Well, we're not talking about work. We're talking about what happens after 60 and what is it that you want to do that makes you happy. How do you even find that out? You see, it's a process. And the process takes time. That's why I've said in my earlier videos, love yourself enough to give yourself an hour. You know, make it a journaling activity for yourself. Use that journal and then you can color in it. You can go off on a tangent. But whatever you do, give yourself that time. It's so important. I'm telling you this because I myself went through it. And at first I oohed and awed, never mind, that's not for me. I don't have time for that sort of thing. But you know what? When I walked into my lawyer's office, I was divorcing. I was 60 after a 25-year marriage. And he asked me, how do you want to live? I couldn't answer that question. I had spent my last 20 years living for everybody else. I never even considered that. So that's why this exercise is so important. You don't have to be divorcing to ask yourself this question. It's a fundamental life question. You don't want life to happen to you. You want to be living life on your terms. The only way that you can do that is when you know what it is you like and you don't like. I'm back. The doorbell rang and I had to interrupt this video. So what I wanted to say is thank you so much for coming by. I do appreciate it. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. It could be a subject that we can talk about. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're going through. And we're in this together, okay? Take good care. Bye.